Hi guys, we're here with the Ultimate Racing League sponsored by Prop Up & Co. And we are here for the Saturday Championship. And this is round 2. And as you can see on the map, we are at the Daytona Racecourse. Now, round 1 was an awesome race. And this is obviously multi-class, so you have GR2s and GR4s on the track at the same time. Obviously, the main rule is when obviously they're all on track together racing, the GR4s must stay on the racing line and the GR2s have to find a way around them safely. And anyway, so obviously you got tyre wise, you have to use all 3 tyre compounds throughout the race. It's a 50-minute race, and yeah. So that's that bit what you need to know. But anyway, so they went out and did their qualifying. It was originally supposed to be 25 minutes. Obviously, because it's and that was planned for if it was a lobby with 16 in. So these guys went out, did 15 minutes. So 15 minutes. All obviously GR2s went out first, and then the GR4s still went out, but they went out basically as soon as the GR2s had gone out. But it worked because obviously the GR2s don't catch the GR4s until lap 4. So anyway, so 15-minute qualifying. So my kid on pole, Rufus, myself in second, Willard in third, Black Star in 4th. This is his first race of the season for him. IQ in 5th. He unfortunately, no, he didn't miss last week. It was, I don't know. Yeah, no, he didn't. It wasn't last week. Getting my weeks mixed up. But anyway, so that was a lot. That's a lot. So the top 5 are the GR2s. So the GR4s on pole for the GR4s is Kohlberg. So 6th, but on pole obviously for GR4s. Phaser 7th. Highland 8th. Stealth 9th. This is Stealth's first race of the season because he's just come back from a holiday. And Farrick in 10th. Now let's get this race. The fastest lap probably is going to be in the low 36s, maybe a high 37. No, maybe a high 35. We will see. But let's get these League 2 guys going and see how they do. And they are off. The lights have gone out and they are powering, the GR2s are powering their way down towards turn 1. I think these guys are actually pretty even. You can already see Willard trying to get past Rufus here. Coming into the next one. Oh, Rufus, looks like Rufus is trying to go around the outside of Mike. It really is. Oh, what happened to Black Star? Oh, Black Star's already off. What happened to the Black Star? I think he may have just got it a little bit wrong. Yeah, he did unfortunately get the corner just a little bit wrong. But there's plenty of time to catch back up. So anyway, Rufus is taking the lead. Took my kid around the outside of the second corner. But my kid is trying to come back at him now. Well, they are racing there. So Black Star obviously is trying to catch back up. He dropped off a little bit, unfortunately. So Kohlberg is there leading the GR4s with Phaser, Highland, Stealth and Farrick. It looks like there's a little battle iron up between Willard and my kid here. Willard's just got past. And my kid's just taking it. Oh, what happened to Rufus and Rufus? Oh no! I think the slipstream was rather bad on this one. Yeah, so unfortunately, looks like the slipstream caught Willard out a bit, because the slipstream in this race was actually seemed pretty strong so that was just an unfortunate one. He is still racing on, but he is waiting for Rufus. Rufus is just getting his way self going again. So anyway, after all that, Mighty Kid has now taken the lead, with IQ now taking up second spots. And they're having their battle now. I'm looking at their tyres, so Mighty Kid started on the mediums, IQ started on the hards, Willards it started on the softs. Oh, Black Star started on the hards. Willard started on the softs, and Rufus started on the softs. So they, looking at it, I think they will be kicking themselves there, because them two were on the faster tyre. So now Rufus and Willard have got to wait. They have got to power their way and catch up as quickly as possible. So anyway, there's Rufus retaking the full place as Willard waited for him. It looks like Mighty Kid is now powering his way. Looks like he's dropped IQ a little bit now. Well, Mighty Kid is on the faster tyre because IQ's on the hard tyre. Anyway, let's go down to the GR4s and see how they're doing. So, Carlsberg has decided to leave Phaser in the lurch. Phaser's in a little battle with Hoyland here at the moment. Looks like Hoyland is closing in on Phaser's slipstream. Can Hoyland go for a move here? Because Hoyland is right in Phaser's slipstream here. Nope, he's unable to make a move, unfortunately, but he is still right in, so he could be eyeing up a move for the next corner. Then you got Farrick there, he's trying to catch Hoyland back up, and then there is Miss Stealth. They're in 10th place. Probably maybe one of the slowest cars. One of the GR4s that are on the track at the moment, maybe, I don't know. But it definitely looks like Stealth got around that corner a lot quicker than Farrick did. It does look like Hoyland is really trying to get past here at the moment. At the moment, Phaser is doing a good job keeping Hoyland behind him. It's this Hoyland's chance to go for a move. Looks like he is trying to, but Phaser's obviously just moved himself into the right position. Looking at their times, Phaser's got fastest time so far. It's only the second lap. Let's see what their times are as they come across the line for the end of the third lap. Fraser's fastest lap is a 58.5. And Highlands is a 58.9. Looks like Stealthy's now putting Farrick under a lot of trying to put Farrick under a lot of pressure. Farrick's fastest lap is a 59.7 with Stealth's of a 59.5. Let's go up and see how the GR2 guys are doing. The Mighty Kid is there. He's still leading. He's got about a couple seconds gap between him and IQ there in second. Black Star there in third. He's trying to catch up after he's off right in the second corner on the first lap. And then you come down to Willard and Rufus, fourth and fifth. They are battling hard with each other. Let's go on board with Willard. And he takes us through some of the track. He is purple at the moment. He has got the fastest lap as well with a 36.9. Coming around the corner, he has Rufus right in his rear bumper. Around this next corner. He's still purple at the moment. The GTR definitely has the speed through the straights. It's definitely faster than the NSX in the straights. Rufus is still there. He's not dropped off by much. As they come through this chicane. It's like Rufus has dropped off a bit more. It looks like Black Star has decided to get rid of his hard tyres. So Black Star has just posted a new fastest lap of a 36.3. It looks like the NSX is definitely better through the corners than the GTR is. Because Rufus did cut down that corner a little bit, so I come out of that now, because that's a lap with Willard. Going to see how everyone else is doing. Obviously Black Star's in the pits at the moment. He is going to change his tyre to the medium tyres. Colesberg still leads it for the GR4s, with Fraser still being chased by... Oh, Fraser's being chased by Farrick now. So Highlands dropped down. I missed that one. Highlands dropped down to 9th now. Obviously the GR4s are getting all the blue flags. Oh, look at that move by Rufus. I just had it on the right time. I'm just going to have to go back to that one. Rufus chasing down, he's purple, chasing down Willard. Willard gets held up a little bit by the GR4s coming out of the corner, and Rufus just uses that to his advantage. He takes the right way and he just gets past Willard. What a move there from Rufus. And Willard ain't going to take that one, sitting down. He's going to try with all his might to catch Rufus up. And he was then getting past them two. Rufus has posted a new fastest lap of a 36.2. They are gradually closing the gap on IQ. Mighty Kid still are well away, but they are definitely, Willard and Rufus are definitely catching IQ up. But these two are still battling, coming past Carlsberg for the 7th time. Getting round the corner. Well, Carlsberg is there in first of GR4s with Fazer there. He's dropped Farrick a little bit now. And Farrick there in 8th. And then Stealthy there in 9th. He's got past Hoyland now. I think Hoyland's had a bad couple of laps, I believe. Well, that's unfortunate for Hoyland there, but he is coming back after Stealthy. The Mazda's definitely faster than that car. But the Mazda's definitely faster than the Stealth car. I think that's, I can't think what car that is. Oh, Hoyland took advantage of that one. But that definitely helped Hoyland there. Third easy pass for Hoyland there. But anyway, lap 8, Mighty Kid obviously still has the lead. His fastest lap is a 37.4 currently. IQ there, in second still. Oh, Rufus has taken it wide. He has Willard right behind him as they come into this corner. He gets it a little bit wrong. But he hasn't. He's lost a bit of time on Willard, but he hasn't lost that much because he didn't actually spin it. He was able to keep it the right way, so he's lost a bit of time, but not too much time. But he is going to have to now push the hell out of that NSX to catch Willard back up. Black Star is there. So Rufus is there, Black Star is there in 5th, and he has done his pit stop, first pit stop already. So Carlsberg at the moment is in a world of his own, in the lead of the GR4s. He is Willheads, got Fazer all the way there. He is there. Carlsberg is just about to come into the chicane for the 7th time. As he's being lapped by the Black Star. Farrick is there. How is he? He's not. Farrick isn't too far away from Fazer, so Farrick could close the gap on Fazer if he wants to. And then there's Hoyland there in 9th. And then Stealth's not too far behind him in 10th position. Mikey still leads. Now Willard has closed the gap on IQ, so now these two are in a little battle. Willard is pushing hard to get past. It is soft tyres versus hard tyres. LQ is obviously on the hard tyres, whereas Willard is on the softs. So Willard has every opportunity to get past here. Let's go on board with LQ as he comes through turn 2. He's doing a good job defending against Willard. Willard's dropped off a little bit. Well, looks like a bit squirmy there for IQ there. Well, IQ is trying to defend against Willard and keeping Willard behind him. Rufus is coming into the mix as well, so now this is a three-way battle for second place. Looks like Willard may be going for a move here. Oh! Looks like there's been contact by Willard and Rufus here. What happened? Yeah, same thing as what happened earlier with when Willard got Rufus. Basically, I think unfortunately, I think the slipstream sucked him in. I think if the slipstream wasn't there, that would have worked. But with the slipstream sucking him in, it sort of made it harder. Anyway, Rufus obviously is waiting for Willard, so they will battle again. Willard does have half a second penalty to serve as well. And the fastest lap currently is by Rufus with a 31:35.7. So far, no one has even the other fastest time is. Is a 36.3 by Willard. So at the moment, Rufus is the fastest on track, with Willard just a bit slower than him. But these two will get back into battle again, as they have been battling basically the whole race. These two have, in some way or form, they have been battling the whole race. Well, 11 laps. I think it may be with these two, because they've been battling so hard, it may be the pit stops that determine where they finish against each other. The Black Star is there at the moment, so let's have a look, see where Willard's there, Black Star is there. So Black Star's not actually all that far behind. His fastest lap is a 36.6. He is closing gradually, but the question is, can he close up enough? Colesberg there, still in the lead for the GR4s with his fastest lap of a 57.032. Vader there in 7th. He has currently got Mighty Kid lapping him. But he's got a good lead over Farrick, who's there in 8th. And Hoyland there in 9th, who is gradually closing, looking at the time. So Farrick's fastest lap is a 59.7. And Hoyland's is a 58.0. So over a second and a half quicker Hoyland is. So Hoyland is closing the gap on Farrick gradually. Stealthy is there in 10th place with a 59.0. They've just been, Hoyland and Barrick have just been obviously just lapped. Looks like Rufus has pulled away from Willard now. Looks like Willard's having a bit of difficulty getting past the GR4s here. And it looks like Hoyland is trying to make a move here on Farrick. Oh, excuse me. And yes, Hoyland did manage to get past. So Hoyland's now up to 8th, with Farrick down to 9th. But Farrick is coming back at Hoyland. He's not letting Hoyland go. But they do have a very fast Black Star coming up to him now. Now Black Star is making his move. And Stealthy is there. He's dropped off a little bit there in 10th. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. Mike is still leading. He has got a decent lead over IQ. IQ is there. He's now going into the pits. He's going to get rid of them hard tyres. Rufus and Willard will be in the pits now. So this is where Willard and Rufus's strategies are going to come into play, and to see who's going to finish in front of where. This pit stop is around about 35 seconds. Black Star is also going into the pits now as well. So the first to start filling up is our LQ. So he is now leaving the pits now. He is now on the soft tyres. So Rufus was in first, Willard was in second, but Willard's come out in front. But looking at it, I think this is going to be where their strategies is going to come into play big time, because he's come out onto the hard tyres and he's filled up halfway. Whereas Rufus, he's coming out on the hards and he's filled up all the way. So Willard is ahead, but once they both go in the pit to change to the next set of tyres, Rufus should come, if he can stay within a couple seconds of Willard's. If Rufus can stay within a couple seconds and keep Willard in his eyesight, then when they both go in the pits again, Rufus will come out ahead, because Rufus doesn't have to fill up that much, whereas Willard does. Anyway, I think Willard's and Rufus's race is going to carry on going till the end, I think. Black Star is there at the moment. He's just coming into the chicane. So Colesberg for the GR4s is the first person to jump into the pits. Is Hoyland going to go into the pits? Yep, Hoyland's into the pits now as well. So is Farrick. What about Stealthy? Is Stealthy going to come into the pits now as well? Yep, he does. So the only person who actually hasn't gone in the pits is Phaser. A very brave man, but He's on the mediums, and he hasn't actually in the 13 laps. He has not used much tread of those tyres at all. He's actually done really well. Well, actually, it's the same really for all of them. But yeah, anyway, Fraser is there in the lead for the GR4s, but he has just made a monumental screw up. Let's just have a look. Coming into this corner. Oh, literally just hit the grass a little bit and it spun him out a little bit. So that's unfortunate there. So now that's going to mean, obviously, that's Colesberg has closed the gap on them a little. There's still a big gap between the two of them, but I believe Fraser is not far enough ahead to keep the lead. I fully believe Colesberg will retake. If Colesberg can stay on the track, Colesberg will retake the lead for the GR4s once Fraser pits, which could be this lap. Could possibly be this lap. Rufus has got a half-second penalty somewhere. He's just serving it now. He is ahead of Willard. He was behind Willard, so what happened to Willard? Oh! So he was well ahead. And he comes into this next corner. Oh, he gets that corner a little bit wrong. He doesn't spin it completely, but he loses enough time to allow Rufus to just go past and take third place off of him. That will not help. The only thing that's going to help Willard now is Willard may have the, but because look, Willard has got less in his tank, he might actually be quicker with how much he's got in his tank, because Rufus has more or less got a full tank. Willard has got under half, and also Rufus has got a half-second penalty to pick up as well. So that will definitely help Willard to close the gap back up on Rufus. Blackstar is there still in 5th place. He is closing the gap gradually on to Willard and Rufus. And Blackstar is on the soft tyres now. He has done half tyres, he has done medium tyres. So he is on his final set of tyres now. He's actually the first one to do all 3 sets. I think he's hoping, because he's done all 3 sets, I think he's hoping that will help him, because everyone else has still got at least do one more stop. I think that's he's hoping that might get him really far up the grid towards the end. But anyway, Mighty Kid and IQ are now battling it out for the lead. So let's stay with these two for a bit, as LQ chasing down the Mighty Kid. IQ is, oh, now they are literally on their way to get past Stealthy here. These two are battling hard for the lead. So coming into the next corner with IQ still right behind my kid here. Looks like IQ might have got out of that corner a little bit better, but also IQ is obviously on the inside. So that's going to give the advantage here. That's going to give him the advantage here. Mikey just has to stay in it. IQ's slipstream, and he might have a chance of getting past. And you got Stealthy there. Rufus there coming up, lapping Stealthy once again. Coming through the chicane. He got that a little bit wrong. Oh, Stealthy got that one completely wrong. He's got Willard. He's definitely closing that gap on him. Looking at their previous laps, Rufus with a 37.4 and Willard with a 37.5. But Willard is now making a move here on the Rufus. Rufus is still keeping that position at the moment. As they come through this couple of sections, we are still there, battling with Rufus. The question is going to be, when are they going to come into the pits for their final stop? Well, I think it'll be their final stop. Black Star is still there. Black Star is definitely getting closer. He's just set his fastest lap of a 36.0. Can Black Star? Nope, I was just about to say, can Black Star beat the 35.7? He's half a second down. Phaser is now in the pits, so that's going to allow Carlsberg to retake the lead for the GR4s. Hoyland and Farrick are battling it out for position here. And there is Stealthy there. Looks like Stealthy has probably picked completely the wrong car. Right, so Willard is now in the pits. Rufus has been in the pits now. They're both on the medium tyres, and now look at that gap. Willard was right behind. Now there's a massive gap between Willard and Rufus now because of Rufus filling up last time, and because Willard didn't, that's cost Willard a little bit of time now. But in the meantime, Black Star has now jumped from 5th up to 3rd position. But he just picked up half a second penalty as well, which he's now serving. IQ is there, still in 1st place. My kid has dropped off a little bit there, unfortunately in 2nd. But Mikey does have a big gap to Black Star there in 3rd position. And then there is a big gap to Rufus there in 4th. with Willard there a bit further back in 5th. Now Carlsberg there, just being lapped by Black Star. He's back to obviously leading the GR4s. With the Phaser, he's a bit far, there's a big gap to Carlsberg, to Phaser in 7th. And then there is, then Hoyland and Farrick are both in the pits. So Stealthy's going to jump up a few positions now. Or is he? Stealthy's just coming around, Hoyland's just going to get out. Is he going to be able to get to that second corner before Stealthy can? Yes, he does. So Hoyland's there in 8th with the Stealthy there in 9th. Now Farrick is out of the pits in 10th position, looking at their tyres. So Hoyland's on the softs, Stealthy's on the hards, and Farrick's on the softs. So Farrick's going to probably catch Stealthy up quite easily. And I think Hoyland's just going to literally leave Stealth in the dust, since he's on the softs and the Stealth is on the hards. Hercules just making his way past Farrick now. He is gradually pulling away from Mighty Kid. Looking at their times, Hercules last lap was a 37.2 and Mighty Kid was a 37.4. Black Star there, last lap was a 36.1. And then there's me Rufus there in 4th position. And Willard there trying to make his way past Phaser. Doesn't look like Willard's doing anything to catch up to Rufus at the moment. It looks like Rufus just have a good lead over Willard at the moment. And there's Carlsberg there. Let's go on board with Carlsberg as he brings them through this section and see how, look at it from this view, how scary it is probably for the GR4 guys. Trying to get through this bus stop. Oh, look at that. Willard's just gone past it. That's how scary it looks from their point of view. The GR2's closed the gap on them so quickly. It's very difficult. The GR4 have been very on top of their game here. The GR2's even more on top of their game because they get a move wrong, it can go seriously wrong. But anyway, Carlsberg crosses the line to start his 19th lap. He is doing quite well here. Phaser is, as Carlsberg's just going around turn 2, cut Phaser's, so it looks like Phaser is closing a gap. Looking at this, looks like Phaser is gradually closing a gap on Carlsberg, so if Phaser keeps trying, he may catch Carlsberg eventually. But there is a big gap from Phaser to Hoyland there in 8th position. And then Farrick there in 9th position. And then there's a big gap to Stealthy there in 10th. But anyway, so Mighty Kid has taken the lead once again as IQ has gone into the pits to change his tyres for the final time. Black Star is now up to 2nd position. But the question's going to be, will that fuel last him until the end. To be honest, I don't. It's coming to. They're on the 37th minute of a 50-minute race. It's going to be very touchy. I don't think that fuel will last. It might do, but I don't think it will. So IQ is there now. He's there, dropped down to third after his final pit stop. He's come out on medium tyres. Then you got Mia Rufus there in fourth position. His last lap was a 36.6 on those medium tyres, with Carlsberg's off a 37.2. So looks like at the moment Rufus is just gradually getting away from Willard. At the moment, doesn't look like at the moment there's anything that Willard can do about Rufus. Let's run on board with Rufus as he takes us through the next few corners. As they are on their way, you're coming around turn 1. Keeping it nice and as tight as possible, coming out sort of wide-ish on turn 2. And that is basically a lap with Rufus. The backside is still currently in second spot, with Mike is still leading this race. He has been leading majority of the well, he led till the first corner on the first lap, then Rufus took the lead, and then unfortunately the slipstream caught Willard out. So that's pushed them back, but they've had a brilliant battle. So now Mike Kidd has retaken the lead, and he's been in the lead. Well, he's got LQ chasing him. They two are in they're in their own battle here. With Black Star there in second spot currently. Black Star is there. And IQ is there in third. We're looking at, so we've got 41 minutes. Looking at their fuel. LQ's got that fuel. So this is going to come down to now who's got the most fuel out of the three of them, of what positions they're going to finish. Yeah, Black Star has got 9 minutes left with that fuel. Whether he can make that fuel last is another question. The Rufus is still there in fourth. Looks like Willard has, so Rufus has done a 39.7. So Willard is definitely now pulling on the pressure. He's definitely closing that gap on Rufus now. Now he just did a lap what's over a second and a half quicker than Rufus did. So Carlsberg is carrying on, and Vaser is into the pits again. So that's going to give Vaser a massive lead. Carlsberg a massive lead now. With Fraser being in the pits. Hoyland, I think Fraser should be able to get back out in front of Hoyland. I think he's just hitting his pit box now. He's getting his tyre changed with Hoyland. He is just coming across to the start-finish line. And yet, Fraser has come back out in second spot for the GR4s quite easily, with Hoyland there in third. Farrick there in fourth. And Stealthy there in fifth place. And picking up half a second penalty. Looks like Stealthy is miles behind. Well, Farrick's just picked up a half second penalty. No, Stealthy has, I mean. But Farrick is miles ahead of Stealthy. Looks like Stealthy struggled in that car. And I think we might see a car change for the next race. But anyway, My Kid and Black Star are both in the pits. Yep, so Black Star definitely didn't have enough fuel to last till the end. The question's going to be, will Rufus and Willard be able to get back ahead of him? So RQ is now, oh no, My Kid's just got out just ahead of IQ. Looks like Stealthy's just decided to, just sit there on track. I think if I remember right, he said he had something wrong with his steering wheel, so that sort of happened to him. But anyway, Mike Kidd there in the lead once again. Well, IQ there in second. Rufus is there now in third position. Black Star there in fourth position. So Rufus has got ahead of Black Star and he has come out in front of Willard. So Black Star's dropped down a couple of positions, but now he's got a fast Willard for company. So these two are going to battle it out because we have got less than 5 minutes remaining of this race, and these two are going to battle hard until the end. Black Star definitely got out of that corner a little bit better than Willard did. Still no one has beaten Rufus's fastest lap. Now obviously usually with the leagues, with URL, you get an extra point for fastest lap, an extra point for you get an extra point for fastest lap in the race and an extra point for qualifying. Now fortunately there was some difficulties with the points table because it only does one, and obviously because there's basically 2 races it would have made it very difficult, so I opted to leave them off for this season, so there's no extra points for fastest lap or qualifying this season. But although you won't get an extra point if he keeps that lap, Rufus will have bragging rights over everyone else. Right, my kid there is still leading the race from starting lap 29s. You've got 3 minutes left to go. IQ is still there in second, still trying to chase him down. Can my kid keep this lead, or will IQ close the gap on him? Looks like IQ is trying to, although IQ is at the moment at 37.1, whereas my kid's on, although my kid is on the hard tyres currently, so LQ is actually on the faster tyre, so he will close that gap on my kid. Well, there's Rufus there in third. Looks like Black Star is definitely closing that gap on Rufus gradually. Can Black Star catch Rufus before the end of the race? There is only 2 more laps left to go, I think. No, 1 more lap to go. So we are at the 48th minute. By the time they get around, it'll be near the 59. So yeah, there is only 1 more lap left after this. And Black Star is closing the gap quite quickly. Willard there. He's dropped off from Black Star a little bit. Carlsberg there entering his. This will be the last lap for him. All he has to do is keep it on the grey stuff, and he will take that victory. Phaser there. Phaser too far away. Hoyland there in 8th. Farrick there in 9th. Stealth there in 10th. I think he'll be glad when this race is over. So my kid is there on his final lap. He's got IQ right behind him now. Oh no, on the last lap as well. Lost traction a little bit, didn't spin it, but it was enough for LQ to take the lead. IQ will be licking his lips saying thank you for losing the traction control and giving me that lead and the win. Unless IQ makes a mistake here, he will take victory at Daytona. I'm going to stay with these two now because obviously we are coming to the end. So here we come. So IQ takes victory at Daytona, so congratulations to him. My kid takes 2nd spot. He'll be kicking himself because he could have won that race if he hadn't done that. Rufus will take 3rd spot and fastest lap. Black Star will take 4th. Willard will take 5th. Carlsberg took victory for the GR4, so congratulations to him. Phaser will be there 7th, with Hoyland there in 8th. Barrick is just coming around to finish. You've got Stealthy there finishing 10th. And Farrick just coming around to finish his race in 9th place. Now that was a brilliant race by everyone. Fantastic to watch, fantastic to commentate on. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you next time for round 3 at Trial Mountain. So bye bye for now.